sacrifices must be made. Now, to me, I feel like a lot of people, when they hear that, it sounds pretty cliche. And low-key, you're not really wrong, because you hear it all the time in like these motivational videos, speakers. You gotta sacrifice, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, they say it with a lot of passion, but do they really ever go in depth as to why you gotta sacrifice? They just say you gotta sacrifice. You gotta be willing to give up. Because I know a lot of people, they don't really want to take actions like that unless they truly understand what it is that they're getting out of it, you know? And for me personally, the conclusion that I've drawn is that when you sacrifice something, it allows you to be in a position to focus even more upon your goals. You don't really have as many hindrances. Hence why the more that you sacrifice, the more that you can potentially gain from those sacrifices, you get me? And this all started to become clear to me when I realized just how many minor things are really holding me back right now in the moment. Because I feel like I have a door that's open crack. Like, it's already open. I'm just staring through it. I'm moving in. But it's also like, there's a part of me that's still outside the door. And when I think about it, it's like, I find myself asking myself, am I truly ready to completely embark on this path? And right now that question is unanswered. It's like, I want to say yes. But then I start thinking about everyone except for me. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I thinking about everyone else when this is a question that's meant for me? But sacrificing has a lot of power, because there are many things that you can sacrifice. And one that's at the root is sacrificing today for tomorrow. A lot of people don't necessarily want to sacrifice, I guess, today's pleasure for tomorrow's self. And they surely don't want to do that over an extended period of time. Which is understandable, considering how the way that the society's built. There's a lot of additives that are present within people's day-to-day lives, including social media, junk food, digital entertainment, all sorts of things. Fucking porn, all sorts of bullshit. And it's like, as you start to let go of each and every one of those things that are really keeping you distracted, it allows you to move in a way that you've never moved before, to see as you've never seen before, to be as you've never been before. And that's why I think it's very powerful. Honestly, I wish I could help people kind of like get rid of addictions, but like me, when it comes to addictions, I can, like, anything that I feel is really holding me back, I feel like I have the ability to let go instantaneously. Like, I've known people that were smokers, things like that, fucking alcoholics. And me having literally delved deep within all of that, whether it be fucking drugs, alcohol, sex, any of that shit, I can't get affected by those. Like, they don't have any effect on me. Not in the sense that they don't intoxicate me in some way, shape, or form. But I can easily, like, just fucking run right past them. I can literally stare them in the eye and just not do shit with them. Like, if they were present, I can easily say no. Someone offered, I can easily say no. Like, fucking, Even with the women, I can easily say no, because like, you gotta look at it like this. From my perspective, everything that I want is on such a higher level that this shit is meaningless to me. And not only that, like, who I am isn't dependent on this shit. Like, and people think I'm joking when I say that I feel everything, and it feels like I feel everything on a heightened level. Depression, all that shit, sadness, fucking happiness, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I feel it intensely, vividly. But even so, I'm not gonna use any of those fucking crutches because I know how strong I want to be as a person. Not just for myself, but for all of you guys, for literally the entire world. Because as I start putting myself in these situations, and as I start thinking more deeply about my future, I realize that I kind of want to be almost like a father to mankind. And it's not like there's anything that's really stopping me besides what's in here. Because everything outside, it doesn't really like matter to me that much, you know? Like, I can converse with beautiful women without, I guess, falling in love with them and whatnot, things like that. I can stare junk food in the face and be like, whatever, what's next? And things like that. But yeah, like, I realized I need to be strong and I need to be able to deal with these things. And letting go of other things is what's going to allow me to put myself in a better position to be who I actually want to be, you know? But yeah, that's just a little bit of kind of like how I'm moving and how I want to move. But sacrificing things, man, it's very powerful when you think of it on a very deep level. Because you can, if you sacrifice the right things, you'll gain so much out of it. Like, and for me, it's hard to understand how people, well, it's not necessarily hard for me to understand why people get addicted to things. But I want you guys to imagine this with me, all right? Let me get something. So, this right here. This is a tree. This is how most people's perspectives are with the tree. They're so close to it. They can't see anything around the tree. They can't see anything outside of it. Some people start to back up and they're like, oh shit, the fuck was I looking at this whole time? How did I? And this tree represents how people, I guess you could say, view the world and things around them. Right now, all they see is just fucking bunch of wood. If they look up, just fucking wood, leaves, blah, 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 bullshit. And the further you move back, you see that there's a good possibility that there are other trees around, correct? Or maybe just the fucking grassland. I don't fucking know. But for this analogy, we're gonna use a forest. And as you move even further back, you're like, whoa, it's a collection of trees. And the further back you move, and the more that you're truly able to see, you're like, whoa, this is a forest. And then, like, the further back you keep moving, the more you start to realize and understand how insignificant this one thing is on its own. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, why would you even lower yourself to the point of looking only at that one thing, when that one thing isn't a part of anything. You get me? But when you pull back and you're looking at that one thing and it's connected to everything, you're like, okay, I see you now. I see you now. Because you shift from looking at just a tree to looking at an entire forest. You can see all the things within it, and you can see where exactly you should be navigating and things like that. So just take a step back. Take a step back. Look inside yourself. Understand yourself. Listen to yourself. Understand the things that you do. Understand exactly how they affect the things that you want. And understand that faith without works is dead. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for tuning into the video. Sorry I didn't post in a couple days. I kind of didn't know what to post, to be honest with you guys. And of course, you know, in my videos, I just random ramble anyway, but I feel like I somewhat stayed closer to my goal within the video, so hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.